Hey everybody, it's me, Aries 83, with another review for you guys. This time it's a rare and much coveted figure, my precious. It's a Windblade. It's that girl that you like, or hate if you've been watching the Machinima Wars, the Prime Wars trilogy shows. But I like Windblade. I like her a lot. So this is Titan's Return Windblade. She's pretty cool. She I brought her to work in jet mode, so I'm gonna transform her from jet to robot. She has a cool opening cockpit. Let me see, is it front or back? Yeah, it's front. And there's her little Titan Master, whose name escapes me right now, but turns into her head. This is my third Windblade. Windblade and the rest of Wave 5 Titan's Return is really hard to come by. They've been showing up in some ollies along with Triptychon. If you're lucky, you might be able to find her. I do recommend her from the jump as one of the only female figures from Titan's Return. There's RC, but that's a repainted blur. She got the curves. Windblade got the curves to prove it that she's cute and feminine. She doesn't have to be pink. Her jet mode is a big upgrade from her Generations figure, which I got a couple of those figures too. So I picked her up from a pharmacy toy store for about $22, $22.99. I did see her wave mate misfire at Forbidden at Midtown Comics on 42nd a long time ago. That was like last year. But she does go on eBay for about that price for $25, $22. So I would recommend you pick her up. And she did show up in that Blizz Pop commercial showing off the Generations RC figure, which was the mom had it. I mean, it was this figure, Titans Return, Windblade. What am I talking about, RC? But it was the Titans Return Windblade that made a special appearance along with the Authentics figures, Cyberverse figures that were there. All right, so let's stop talking. I could ramble all day. Her swords, she does have a landing gear, which I just showed here, and these wing parts attached to her arms help to keep her stable on the ground. In jet mode, she does have these fans. I'm gonna paint them silver, which turn like that. As a VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing jet. She could go shh, and then they turn like that, and then she goes forward. Her wings, as part of her transformation, do turn up, but not down. So first things first, before I transform her, I'm gonna put up this landing gear. Gonna take off these swords that attach with this translucent orange part, orange green, into here, the wings. So I'm gonna take those off. First thing you want to do is take out Titan Master, because he's going to become the head, and then you transform the Titan Master. Let me bring the arms down. Transform. The head sculpt is pretty good. I like it a lot. Come on, phone. But you have to be careful with her. Sometimes there's some splotches of paint that make her face look not that great. Gonna close canopy. Focus on the toy. So what we're gonna do is detach the arms from the rest of the body. Her legs. Oh. You're going to take them out from here. This is a cool thing. Unlike the Generations figure, the legs do tab in well and they stay put. As you can see, there's a nice big old groove and some tabs that plug into the bottom of the feet. So you're going to bring out the feet, the legs, and then these feet go out like that. You can see this is already the foot. This doesn't move though. And she does have a partial tool from a Scourge, which is shared with also Highbrow, which is this part. See, you're gonna push this in, but first let's take off this. This is a whole big front of the plane that's gonna go on her back. And then you push this in. There we go. She got nice chunky legs. Thanks, Scourge. And her arms are going to swivel the bottom part forward, so that way her fists are able to hold her swords and these wing parts are going to be sticking out. And the coup de grace is going to be, you bring up the arms like this. Voila. Here's her head socket. One of the things that Moonracer and her have in common is that they do have curves, but sadly the back of the robot, of the vehicle mode, doesn't highlight that much. I mean, I'm gonna paint this silver when I customize her, so that way the red and the black does pop out. You see, you have the curves, feminine curves. And lastly, we're gonna put on her Titan Master. Head on! I mean, head on! Wee! I'm Windblade! Usually, I like, the head is supposed to face back, and it's supposed to be like that, as you've seen in the 3D models. But sometimes putting the face forward helps better to plug in. And then you just turn the head around. And there you go. Let's try it the real way, see how that works. Alright, so there you go. This is a great upgrade from Brainstorm, from Generations, Drilling 30 Generations Brainstorm, whose headmaster gimmick would often break. But this new gimmick that they're doing, or that they were doing, works. Her swords do combine into some sort of Deathmobile for the Titan Master to ride. You plug in the legs here, and it's like, wee, I'm riding swords. But you can also take them apart, and these circular parts go into her hands. And there you got it. They may be a little big and awkward, but it's kind of, I believe it's as good as the sword that the Robot in Disguise version comes with, or the Generations one does. So you got swords, now you got two. I'm gonna cut you adrift. Senpai! Senpai, look at me! I got swords! So, as you can tell, I really like this figure. It's a shame that she's so hard to find, but if you're lucky and you go to Nolly's and find her for $7.99, which is a great price, let me know. Say, yo, man, I found her. She's awesome. This is Aries 83, and this is the Windblade. We'll see you guys on the flip side. Bye bye, boys. Bye.